I am going to be giving a tour of my Bratz shelf for the very first time. I've never actually shared it on the channel before, which is kind of weird. So I hope you will all enjoy this first look into my Bratz collection. Starting at the top, I have the Forever Diamonds poster at the back. Then the top of the shelf is pretty much a Yasmin shrine. Yasmin is my favourite Bratz, and so I'm pretty sure I have the most of her. So here I have the 2018 Collector's Edition, the original Bratz Repro from the 20th anniversary, and Pretty and Punk Yasmin. I still can't believe I have one of my most wanted and loved lines ever. I don't keep a lot of Bratz dolls in box, but these two I made an exception for. Then I have Rock Angel's Yasmin, the original line, not the repro. I feel beyond lucky to have her and to have got her for like $20 on Facebook Marketplace a few years ago. And here's this very old picture of Katie and me, actually 10 years old. I've had this frame and photo for ages and always displayed it with my Bratz stuff, since Bratz is all about best friendships, and so I find that to be the most appropriate place. And I have the Bratz Revolution eyeshadow palette. I don't typically wear a lot of makeup anymore, but when I do, I like to use this one. It has the best colours. And here I have this little round box that came out around that 2015-2016 era where Bratz had that weird semi-comeback. It was part of a lunchbox set thing, and I just got it because it was Bratz, and now I just use it to store bits and bobs. Down to the first shelf, I have all my Bratz DVDs, all the movies including the kids and babies ones, plus a couple of doubles and both TV seasons and the 2 interactive DVDs, and some more dolls, all of which are either from the movies or series. I do have a mug and glass up here too that you can't see. I'm sort of using them as stands because I don't have Bratz stands. Just a few pictures on the walls. My lovely friend Clea made a couple of these for me. This side I stuck up a bunch of random pictures from the Bratz Paris episodes. They're just my favourite episodes, and a few of these dolls are from them actually. And the second shelf is a Genie Magic / Pixies theme, but mainly Pixies. I have one Genie Magic, or technically Desert Jules doll, Miss Chloe here. She's one of my oldest Bratz from my childhood, and I still want more from this line, and the Genie Magic line, of course. A couple Genie Magic things, and the rest is basically Fashion Pixies, my favourite Bratz movie. I have Yasmin, my original, and then Jade, Brianna, Dee, and Lena. I was so lucky to come across this lot a few years back, and I only need a couple more to complete the collection. I have this little box which reminded me of the magnolia tree in the movie, so I thought it was an appropriate place for it. And I have 2 pixie wands. Love these so much. Here is Miss Dance Fiona and her card over here. She is one of my most favourite dolls ever. I just think she is so pretty. And here is my little Bratz Baby Chino cup, a little framed picture, and the CD soundtracks. I do have them all and I play them all the time. Here's a couple of Bratz annual books, which are awesome. I definitely recommend getting these if you can. I would have them down with the rest of my Bratz books, except this shelf is falling apart and I needed something to hold it up on this side. Onto the third shelf. This has no theme to it really, just an assortment of a few of my other favourite dolls, most of which are from my childhood, so they are very special. I've got Skater Chloe, my beloved Flower Girls line, this dance star Chloe, and the only one not from my childhood is Pretty Pirate Yasmin. Some more random pictures, and here are some of my most favorite pieces of Bratz merchandise, my Bratz journals. I have this Matchmaker one, love this. This Pampered Pups one with the little padlock, classic, and this very classic one, at least for me, because I remember seeing all of these as a child, but this was the one I can vividly remember owning. I can still see myself using it. It's just crazy how some little things can bring up so many clear memories and emotions, and this one is definitely one of those things to me. Unfortunately, I don't have my original one anymore, so I was so happy when I was able to get it again recently. All of these were acquired in recent years. I journal all the time, but I never use these. Honestly, they're just so special, I'm scared to ruin them. And here I just have a few cards, these booklets that advertised all the different Bratz merch you could get, like mini catalogues basically, and they were one of our favourite things back in the day. And here are my only 2 copies of Bratz magazine, both of which were gifted to me in recent years, which made me so happy since I was never able to acquire one when I was younger. And onto the final shelf at the bottom, I have the rest of my Bratz books. A couple more annuals, scrapbook things, and activity books, and the Bratz storybooks. It's a lot, but I do think there's still a few that I need to complete the collection, and I think I actually have a couple doubles here. This is also where I happen to keep all my chick flicks, some 80s and 90s, but mainly 2000s girl movies. I didn't have anywhere to put these, but I kind of thought it suited the Bratz aesthetic and time anyway. And a few more dolls. I have my classic Bratz talking Chloe, who's missing her feet. I say classic because she is from my childhood and I had a lot of fun with this doll and a lot of memories. And I have Yasmin from the Sea Stunners line that came out in 2012, I believe. Sort of when Bratz was on its way out, and you could kind of tell. A lot of these lines were kind of weird, but being the mermaid freak that I am, especially back then, I really liked this line and I'd still like to get the others from it. I have this little tin that I found at an op shop one day and I just had to get it because it's Bratz. I just store bits and pieces of Bratz things in there. And here I have my 2 dolls from the attempted comeback of Bratz in 2015-2016. I have Fierce Fitness Yasmin and Hello, my name is Yasmin. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of these dolls from that time, but they kind of have a special place in my heart anyway, just because it was so exciting to see Bratz coming back at the time, and seeing them back on shelves as an adult was very exciting, so I keep them for that reason. And that is my Bratz display shelf. It is not my entire Bratz collection. I do have some more dolls, including Miss Girls Night Out Chloe, the reproduction. She sits on my dresser table. And I also have quite a few other dolls in storage, including the original Girls Night Out line, like 3 or 4 of the girls. I have a Diamonds doll, I have some Treasures dolls, and also the very first Bratz doll I ever remember getting. Unfortunately, I cannot display these girls because I either lost their clothes or they didn't come with them to begin with. I have gotten a lot of secondhand dolls over the years, which is such a shame because these are some of my favourite dolls. I would love to be able to display them one day if I can actually find their outfits for a reasonable price online. That would be amazing. But as far as my Bratz display shelf goes, that is it. It's definitely smaller than my Barbie shelf, obviously. even though I've liked Bratz for longer, but that's just because there is always more to find of Barbie than there is of Bratz. So even though my collection of Bratz is maybe on the smaller side, I'm very thankful for everything Bratz that I own, and I love it all so much. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!